Your colleague, Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey, facing very serious charges here in the US, including one of conspiring to act as an agent of the government of Egypt. You have not joined colleagues in asking for him to step down while he faces these charges, although they must take him away from his day job quite a bit. What would it take to move you toward a position of saying, you know what, Senator Menendez, please step away?
Look, as I've said before, the Senate should have certain standards. And if you read the indictment, Senator Menendez has gone way, way below those standards.
So what is your hesitation of asking him to step down?
He has been way, way below those standards. And we'll see what happens after that.
What are the potential options? What can happen after that? Politicians dodge questions. Chuck Schumer is not above that at all either, because once asked about Democrat Bob Menendez, he doesn't really know. Maybe something will happen. Something might possibly happen. What do you think should happen? Even if you just let it happen, do you have an opinion, bro? They pressed him on that more. We'll see if he ever gave an answer.
We all hear what you're saying, but we're just curious about why, if by your own admission, he's gone way, way below the standards. Why wouldn't you just say, you know what, Bob? I think of you as a colleague and a friend, but now is the time you got to go. I'm just curious about what your hesitation is.
I've had some serious discussions with him,
which are ongoing.
As I said, I've had some serious discussions with him. Yes.
Okay. You clearly don't want to discuss it.
What? Did they not tell him he was going to ask these questions when he came on the show? I've had some serious discussions with him. You don't have to give us every detail of how Bob then said, F you, Chuck, I'm not going anywhere. You don't have to tell us all that, although I would still like to hear it. But you had some serious discussions. Were there serious discussions about if you're going to have pasta or steak tonight? Who knows? It's pretty serious. Maybe one thing you may not sit well in your stomach. We'd never know exactly how serious the discussions are because Chuck ain't talking, Adrienne.
No, and I don't think Chuck is doing anything to necessarily align with his integrity or what he says, essentially that he represents, because we kind of know that this guy is out here maybe breaking the law possibly. I know they're just allegations at this point, but this isn't the first time there have been allegations against him. And you would like to think that if we're trying to hold the GOP to the fire in terms of actually, having their actions align with their words, that we would do the same thing. But clearly that's not necessarily the case because we don't want to lose our numbers. So we're just as bad as the Republicans, or maybe we're fighting fire with fire. I don't know, but part of me is just, I'm over it with the nonsense. Don't try to play me, Schumer, having conversations my ass.
He can't lose that one vote. And also, again, Republicans do this because Republicans don't care. They just need that vote. And many supporters will say, fine, as long as the team is winning, cool. There's a small problem here because look at this graphic. Number 2, I believe. If you guys really fast, we'll jump in. Is it 3? No, maybe it's 3. Nearly 4 in 5 New Jersey Democratic primary voters believe Senator Menendez should resign. Because many times on the Democratic side, voters don't want corruption in their representation. Crazy how that works. And since Chuck is talking about what may happen, something else that might happen, graphic 4, his primary opponent, Andy Kim, is polling pretty damn well. 48% to the 9 from Bob Menendez. Again, this from this particular of Democratic primary voters here on this. And he's also out fundraising him, as I pointed out before. When you're out fundraising somebody, that's all that matters in political campaigns. So he's got seems like the votes and also more money happening. Maybe that's what Chuck Schumer's waiting to see what happens, so he doesn't have to have his name attached to getting a corrupt member out, potentially alleged corrupt member out of the Senate, because that'd be a stain on your record.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.